Hey everybody, I have a real quick one for you. This is the motor out of the 1967 Mad Mustang race car that we bought. With the motor was locked up. You can go back and look at some other videos and what's going on with that. But I just wanted to go over a couple things. So this motor here is one of these motors that you used to be able to buy at one of the speed shops. I don't want to say any names. I don't want to get in trouble, but one of the speed shops you used to be able to buy a complete short block. And they sell them. You can see, but it's got the red, I would just call it paint, that helps let the oil drain back into the oil pan. So let me just show you one thing about what rebuilders do, which really isn't a bad thing, but I just thought it would be interesting to show you. So we just put the new bearings and the crank back in. So right here is the number of the block. It's an F4TE 6015-AA, and I don't even think that's a 7. So the first number there, F, means it's a 1990, and the 4 means it's the year. So this is a 1994 engine block, okay? This is probably a truck block. It is a roller. It is set up for roller, the original roller Spider like Ford made. So we have a 1994 engine block. So if we come over here, let's do the crankshaft first. So this 5B1 is a date code. So the 5 could either mean 1965 or 1975. February, so A would be January, B would be February, C would be March. So that is February, and 1 is the day. So we know that they did not make a 351 Windsor in 1965. So this crankshaft most likely is a 1975 made in February 1st. I don't know if they continued this type of date code into the 80s. This could be an 85, but we know it's not a 95 because this is supposedly a 94 block. So I'm thinking that this is a 1975. So we have a 94 block, a 75 crankshaft. Now, these main caps don't really have a date code on them. But wait a minute. The rear one does. This has an E3AA. Well, the E stands for 80, and the 3 means 3. So this is an 83 rear main cap. Okay? So if we come over here and look at the actual date code, it's a 3. We know it's an E, so it's an 83C. So January, February, March, and it was built on the 24th day. So March 24th of 83 is when this cap was made. So basically the rebuilders grab whatever 351 Windsor parts they have and just throw them together. Now on this particular motor, it has a one-piece rear main seal. Well, I do not believe the 83 car had a one-piece rear main seal. That is that piece right there. So they had to actually machine this piece to accept that rear main seal. All right, well, it's just interesting to look around and see what you find out about these engines that have been through the remanufacturing process of what they do. This crank has been turned 10 undersize, so that means the bearings are all 0.010 bigger. And the old bearings that came out of this motor look fabulous. The crank, all the crank journals, there's no scratches, nothing. Your fingernail can't grab any of these lines. So we put the crankshaft in. I'm not even going to plastic gauge it. It spins so smooth. You know, very, very, very spins over very, very nicely. So, and the old bearings weren't bad, so the new bearings should be fine. All right, everybody, just a real quick one on how remanufacturing works. You know, they just take whatever parts they have, and as long as they're the right parts for the engine, they just slap them together. So this is a hodgepodge of parts, basically. 94 block, probably a 75 crank, and at least we know that that end cap is from 83. But they machine it all so it works. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do it in that corner there. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my automotive videos. And be sure to go and check out the playlist of the Mad Mustang and of the other Mustang, the Rustang right there that we've been working on. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for watching.